Hi, my name is Jay Grams. My family has owned the Volo Auto Museum since 1960. We have a few hundred of the most exciting collector cars, and they're all for sale in one location. I personally have handpicked them from around the country. Welcome to my sales shop. Come on, let's go for a spin. We have a pretty special car right here. It's a 1948 Lincoln Continental. For those of you who don't understand what a classic is, a genuine classic is determined by the Classic Car Club of America, and this is one of the last classics that they recognize. A classic is the old Packards and Duesenbergs, the big fancy cars. This is categorized with those cars, which means you can participate in the Classic Car Club events, and they have some caravans, and it just makes it that much more prestigious of a car. This is the last year of this body style. They only made about 450 something Continental convertibles this year. This one has won some very prestigious awards back in 1989, so it's an older restoration, but it was a part of a very prestigious car collection. It's been very well cared for. If you go to volocars.com, that's where you can read all the specs and study all the pictures top to bottom. Also, that's where you'll find the price. Not only on this car, we do have a few hundred collector cars that are all for sale, so visit volocars.com. If you enjoy watching the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, click on that bell icon, and you'll be notified as the new ones are posted. Right now, join me for this rare opportunity to go for a spin in a 48 Lincoln convertible. Yeah, it was actually a personal friend of ours, very prestigious car collection that he was very proud of. He passed away, so this is from his estate. He's owned the car the last 22 years. A couple of things I'll mention right away too. It's restored completely to original, but someone's added air conditioning and power steering. It's done very neatly. It doesn't take away from the car. It only enhances its drivability. But anyway, under the car you can tell was restored. The floors have the original sound deadener that Lincoln would have put on there, and the chassis is all painted. It's all, you can tell, many new components. When I say new, I mean back in the late 80s when it was restored. It's not been driven much since. But the components, the front end, the transmission, looking up at the motor, you can tell it was all apart, restored, and it's been kept in a nice climate-controlled environment, so it still looks really good. It could use a new exhaust system. The exhaust is weak. Count on replacing the exhaust, just a single exhaust system. But everything else under the car looks really good. The body has proven itself. If there's rust and Bondo and they didn't know what they were doing, it would be popping and bubbling and blistering, and there'd be issues. This thing is still super straight and no rust issues, no bubbling, where it'd be full of Bondo or anything like that. With that said, the paint shows really well, but there are imperfections in the paint. Just from age, there is some crackling in the paint that you'd have to look for under these lights. If you're outside or anywhere, you just walk up to the car, you don't see them, but they're there. There is one dimple, something must have fell, and I would bet our dent guy could take that out, although this is some pretty thick steel. So anyway, the paint is not perfect, but believe me, it shows beautifully. I went and touched this paint. It's gorgeous. You're going to get compliments everywhere you go. Same with all the chrome. All this chrome was redone, restored. The little bit of gold and a little bit of red and the emblems, everything's beautiful. Look at the hubcaps. I'd like to have this hubcap on the wall in my office, just beautifully detailed. The correct BF Goodrich white wall tires all the way around. The glass is crystal clear. These actually had a power top. There's a hydraulic pump under the hood that operates the top. The top is a tanned cloth, just like this boot here, and it's in excellent shape. The top bows are all restored as felt gaskets here, weather strips with felt on them. The frame's painted. It's a power top and power windows. This is where Continental kit comes from. It's from the Lincoln Continental. They put the tire on the back. And all this chrome's beautiful, the hubcap, tail lights. See the detail? That's what I'm talking about. There's trim down here, big fender skirts. This was a unique function or feature on these cars, the push button door. The interior is very luxurious. This whole door panel is all genuine leather. The seats have leather with what they call the ripcord cloth inserts. Real premium carpets with matching mats with bound edges. The dash is beautiful. The paint, the chrome, the knobs, the gauges. It's a clear red plastic steering wheel. It's in excellent shape. I didn't see any cracks in it. The hood opens from inside. There's 2 plaques on the license plate here. That one an AACA Senior National First Prize. Senior means it won the junior, and it came back and competed with all the winners, and it won the senior. So the senior award is the top award, I believe, that AACA gives out. The one below it is a plaque from the Lincoln Owners Club, and I forget what it literally says, but something to the effect, it said something like very prestigious award. So it's won twice, so it's a good car. All the knobs and everything are real nice. The kick panels, the pedals, the chrome hinges on the seat. Everything inside is beautiful. The visors. Came in here to open the hood. I should do that before I forget. Also the trunk. You have these 2 latches and the lock works. There's 8 keys here. Of course, it was the 8th key that opened it for me, the last one I tried. Huge trunk, you wouldn't think so, and it's all redone in the proper tan carpet with the bound edges, even under the trunk lid and the whole compartment. It has a cloth well liner at the top sits in. It's got the complete jack assembly, and it looks like it's all restored. The air conditioner neatly is under the dash there. It's a V12 motor. They run whisper quiet, whisper smooth. Just like I was saying about underneath, this was obviously taken apart and restored. When they did this car, they didn't just mask it off and spray can it. This was all apart and restored. So it wasn't done yesterday. It was done 30 years ago, but you can tell it was properly restored. The air conditioner is here, and the power steering pump is there. Everything else is stock. You barely even notice those 2 items are there. And everything's restored in here. It's got the horns and the cloth-wrapped wiring. Nice colors, too. Seats are rebuilt. They're nice and firm. And the keys in my pocket. Let's see. I got 8 keys here. Let's see how my luck is with... oh, wow. First try. Isn't that nice? That don't impress you, I don't know what will. A bunch of knobs here. You got wipers, top. I'm trying to figure out which one, the headlights. The starter button, that's for the heat. That opens the hood. Okay, I feel like a dummy. I don't know where the headlight switch is. Oh, it's these chrome knobs. Okay, I don't feel like a dummy. They blend right in. Runs very smooth. Now I'm going to be honest with you, this is a restored car. It was very well cared for. He did pass away a few years ago. The family has held on to this one for sentimental reasons. If you're going to really be driving this car, I would take it into a mechanic and just have him go through, pull the wheels, check the brakes, service the car. There's no issues that I'm aware of. But it has been sitting, so it's just common sense. Even the trunk light works. Because I think with the air conditioning and power steering, I'd be driving this car. I'm a believer in using them, so I'd take this thing out and use it, but I'd also have it inspected first. You can tell the motor's just smooth as can be. So there's my honest impression of this beautiful classic. You can visit volocars.com. Plenty of ways to contact the salesman. If you have specific questions or concerns, please ask them. They will help you with that. They will also help with the financing, delivery, paperwork. They'll make it real easy. This is what they do every day. That's at volocars.com. If you enjoy watching our videos, subscribe to the YouTube channel. You click on that bell icon, you will be the first to see the next one posted. Thanks for watching.